Hello, everyone. I am so glad to be back. I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season. We have the new year approaching us, and I'm really looking forward to it. I have a feeling that 2024 is going to be a very special year for everyone. I have a lot of reasons to think that and believe that, which I can't go into now, but I bet many of you already know why and what it is that I'm talking about. So I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to it for about 5 years now, and I can't wait to see what 2024 is going to bring to all of us. I think we're going to get a lot of what we've asked for. It's going to be a beautiful, blessed, and magical year. So, anyone who feels the same, please let me know in the comments below. Of course, please like and subscribe. And we're going to have our Divine Masculine reading today. We're going to look a little bit about what's going on. Ooh, that card flew out. With our Divine Masculine. And see what might be going on in their little universe, right? We always want to know what's going on with our Mr. Masculine. For those of you that are new to our channel, we are coaches that have been through a spiritual awakening like yourself, through the conduit or the catalyst, our twin flame. Now, a lot of people go through spiritual awakenings more these days than I think have been in previous years of our humanity's existence. However, not everyone goes through it through the twin flame catalyst or the conduit of the twin flame, right? You have, because this is exactly what the universe has designed for you, you have a twin flame. There is something extraordinarily special about the connection. You know that there is. And all kinds of spiritual things start happening to you after you meet this person. You will meet a lot of people on your journey, actually, that once it's ignited and started and you're moving in that direction, will have a significant impact on you. But there is nothing quite like the twin flame. And that is because there is nothing like that. This is a special connection with just this one other person. Now, because of that special connection, sometimes our minds get a specific expectation or perspective on what it's supposed to look like or how it's supposed to act and function, which isn't necessarily always correct, especially in the beginning. But that's what we're here to kind of help you guys with, is to kind of learn what the twin flame connection is and why it is so special and important in your spiritual awakening process. Because that's what's really going on. It's very, very important. So today, at the bottom of the deck, we have 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. So let's get into this. Let me get you your numerology number for the day. You have 6 and 1 or 7, 61 or 16. So those are the relevant numbers for your reading today. All right, let's get this incense started. We'll get into this reading. So with 10 of Cups being the overall energy for the reading today, we have family and just like a need and a desire for support and love that is kind of overshadowing all of what's going to be revealed in this reading today. You know, our core, our family units, those that lift us up and support us, you know, are so needed for our growth and development. Now, can we thrive on our own? Absolutely. Absolutely, hands down. That's what the spiritual awakening guides you toward, is this knowing, this ability to be able to find and fill your cup from within, okay? But having supportive friends and family around us is extremely important. And it's important to know that you have the power to pick and choose, okay? If you have energy vampires, narcissists, people who are draining you from your energy, redirecting you, distracting you from what's really, truly important, I want you to realize that there is consent in that. Even if you feel like you can't get away from this person, say you're married to them, for example, right? Or it's like, you know, a family member, a child, something like that, right? There's still, once you recognize the journey within and like allow that to like manifest in your life, you realize that nothing outside of you can fully take over and affect you, because you draw from the well from within rather than from without. But you can pick and choose. Again, you can get people out of your life. You can say, no, I'm not participating in that. But you can also say, no, I'm not letting you dictate or control my energy and my emotions or my thought processes anymore, even if you're around in my life. So a need for choices that are more in alignment with the desired outcomes, finding the right people, the right family, the right, you know, support system is extremely important. Okay, so that's the overall for the reading today. And this would apply to both you and your divine masculine for sure. So in recent past, we have Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, so with Ace of Cups in reverse, there is a feeling of being let down, disrespected, disappointed, like things are just not happening the way that your divine masculine would like for them to happen in their life. They do feel that that support system that they would like to have around them really isn't there. It's non-existent. And going through those lessons of realizing that we haven't surrounded ourselves by the right people is a very, very tough thing for any of us to go through. And in different ways, we all go through it at different points in time in our life. We have to do a reevaluation of what we are surrounding ourselves with, and do we need to like course correct? And so your divine masculine is realizing that some course correction is very necessary and very needed. And maybe the people that they are around, the, you know, not everyone, of course, just specific people in your divine masculine's life, maybe they need to think about letting certain things go, and opening up space for like the right people and the right situations to come in. Okay, in karmic situation here, in recent past, we have King of Wands in reverse and Five of Pentacles. And these two cards really indicate that the karmic situation that your divine masculine has been involved in is a very toxic situation for them. Both of these cards represent very similar energy, which is, you know, a lot of problems where maybe there's trust issues, a lot of bullying, put downs, just, you know, unsupportive, really base, gross behavior toward your divine masculine, which might be bringing some of these traits in themselves out to be looked at. I mean, there's a reason that these things have showed up in your divine masculine's life, because there's some really big lessons that need to be learned from this. for them, but they really need to let this situation go. This is a situation for them that is bad. Five of Pentacles shows that the behavior, the bullying, the abuse that they have experienced and put up with has started to just affect them in a very negative way. It's creating mental health issues, issues in their own finances. They're feeling very isolated. They don't know how to recover from this situation. It's really put them into a dark place, which is sad. And I think that that's why there's kind of an overall energy for this reading of a need for them to, like, they don't want this anymore. They really want a supportive system around them. And they're learning, the deeper down this rabbit hole they go, that they're the ones that need to draw a line in the sand and redirect and create something new for themselves. Toward you, Divine Feminine, in recent past, when they met you, they were still in a very, very negative energy. They've met you at a period of time in their life where they kind of feel that they're at their lowest in some ways. And even though their attraction toward you was so strong, and they saw you as something very special that they couldn't turn away from, there's no part of them at this point in time that feels worthy of the love and attention that you offered to them. They didn't feel that they could reciprocate it. They're in such a dark and ugly place at this point. And it's because of the experiences that they've had. Like, their self-esteem has just been blown to shreds. They've been knocked down, and they don't feel good about who they are. And it's creating a lot of negative behaviors in them that I think had a very detrimental effect on your relationship. I think at first the, connection between the two of you felt so good to them. It was like a light in their life. But it turned dark at some point in time. And it's not, there's definitely things in this, Divine Feminine, that are a result of your insecurities and your issues from problems that you've, met them with at the same time. So it was like a collision of insecurities that took place. The energy between the two of you was so strong, and it pulled you you two together for a reason. But the foundation on both sides was weak because of insecurities and past experiences that have put both of you in a position of feeling fearful of the connection and the relationship with each other. It's definitely not that the two of you don't love each other or don't respect each other. It's all stemming from like shadows that have resulted from traumas and abuses that the two of you have experienced before the two of you met. And they surfaced in the past between the two of you. It needed to come out, though. This is not a bad thing. It seems bad because it's negative, but it's something that needed to come out. Like the shadow needed to be brought out into the light. And the two of you meeting is exactly what caused that to happen, because you were both a light in each other's life. Okay, and so you both kind of forced each other to have to take a look at the parts of self that maybe we kind of want to hide or pretend don't exist, our shadows. Okay, so this was all past that we've been speaking about. So now, currently, this is current energy of what's going on in your Divine Masculine's world. And for this, we have 8 of Wands. So with 8 of Wands, this is change. Like, this is breaking free from something that you felt locked into, something that you felt that, you couldn't get out of, right? So this is your Divine Masculine feeling like, okay, I'm done. I'm breaking out from behind this fence here, right? He's breaking out. He's done with that. He's leaving it behind. He's saying, I will no longer be bound by the confines of the life that I've lived and led up until this point. There's got to be something better. And this is an absolute effect from the cause of meeting you, right? Like, this is cause and effect. Very difficult life, knowing that they need something more supportive, recognizing that they need to fill their own cup, and now having been forced to kind of look at some of these shadows, they're taking swift change and swift action toward a better life. Okay? They're moving away from the old and stepping into something new. Now, how do they currently feel about their karmic situation? Again, we have a very negative outlook toward this. Now, that doesn't mean that the negative outlook is misplaced. They're seeing it, I guess, more clearly than they've been able to see it before. They're seeing it for what it is. They're seeing that it's been manipulative. They're seeing that it's been abusive. There's been a lot of emotional abuse, and they're recognizing their own contribution to that. And then, with Two of Swords, there is still some confusion and a feeling of like maybe being a little indecisive on how to handle it. But the clarity is starting to come in. They're seeing that there's some overlooked information, and they're seeing that maybe they've compromised who they are a little too much. So this is a good foundation for them to build off of in order to create change, because they've really been able to see what they don't want. They've gotten more clarity on what they don't want to give them insight into what it is that they do want. And that's when we can really hone in on the bullseye, right? And make sure we know like what our trajectory is, what's really truly important. We can reprioritize and redirect our energy toward the life that we really do want and the people that deserve our attention. Okay, so toward you, Divine Feminine, they currently have a very interesting perspective on you. It's very positive. Okay, these two cards right here, we have Nine of Pentacles and King of Swords. They are seeing the fruits of this encounter with you. They kind of, I guess, in a way have been going through their own dark night of the soul. Okay, they may not have any clue what a dark night of the soul is. And if you even try to talk to them about it, they'll be like looking at you with hairy eyeballs, like Cam always likes to say. Cam is one of our coaches and is phenomenal, when it comes to guidance and helping people understand this journey. And one of the things that Cam always says is, the people that haven't gone through an awakening will look at you with hairy eyeballs when you try to explain the things that you've learned along the way. And that's just because they don't understand things. It's not the level of consciousness that they're at yet. And your Divine Masculine, although they've gone through the equivalent of a dark night of the soul, it's not experienced the same way by them that it is for you. They're not necessarily going to have a conscious awareness of what it is. Okay, they're just going to go through it. And what has kind of come out on the other side of this is a deep recognition and an appreciation for their encounter and relationship with you, because they realize that it's been a light in the darkness, that's been a guiding light in the right direction. It's given them something to focus on and see as an example of goodness. And that doesn't mean that it doesn't have, like, that there hasn't been arguments or that there hasn't been, a separation or difficulties between the two of you. That's exactly part of the light that's been shown to kind of help them get out of that. You know, so when things have not gone well, you know, when they've felt feelings of missing you, when you've missed them, when there's been feelings of contention, it's felt like they've been moving away from their true north. And so that's exactly what's pulled them back to their true north, is the suffering, you know, the recognition that when they're in alignment with what their heart is truly guiding them toward, things feel right and they feel good. And that has so much to do with you, Divine Feminine. But when they're not, they feel like things are tense and wrong and anxious and off. And so they're really starting to see you as a beacon in their journey. Okay. Now, we would love it if you enjoy our readings. We would love it if you would like and subscribe. It really helps us out a lot with the algorithm. And we are still a growing channel. So your support is very, very helpful and very much appreciated. Also, if you are interested in any kind of coaching, all of that information is in the description box below. We do have a New Year's coupon code right now for our tarot readings and for our coaching, our one-on-one coaching. So if you are interested in either of those and would like a discount until just past the new year, we would love the opportunity to help you. We also have our course, which is coming out very, very soon in the next week or so. So once that's launched, you'll also have an opportunity to get that at a discounted rate as well. And we're super excited to have that. I've been working really, really hard to try to get this finished for you guys. And, you know, Brent is working really, really hard as well to help like refine it and get it all prepared. And we're super excited to launch this. So, keep an eye out for that. So this is future possibilities, okay? Future is never set in stone. Future is always there for you to reshape and change in the present moment as the creator. So these are just possible outcomes, okay? It is your energy, your focus that always has the ability to be able to change things, okay? So keep that in mind when it comes to tarot. All right, so Queen of Cups, but we have Queen of Cups in reverse, okay? So there's going to be some lingering greed and codependency that is going to be affecting your Divine Masculine in the near future. Probably some of the toxic people that have been in their life, they're not gonna release their tentacles so easily. They'll try to find places of weakness where they can draw your Divine Masculine back into the narrative and the story and the drama of their life. Because they're energy vampires and your Divine Masculine is a part of their story that they just don't want to let go of. Not because of love, even though they may confuse it with that. It's more about power and control. And they don't want to let that go. There's something that your Divine Masculine has brought into their life that they're not ready to let go of, you know. But it is a toxic situation, and your Divine Masculine has the power and will overcome this. It's just, it won't be without some trial and tribulation along the way. How they'll view the karmic situation at this point. We have 10 of Wands in reverse and 2 of Pentacles, and this is a really good indication of like where this has been leading your Divine Masculine, where it's leading them right now. With 10 of Wands, they're going to have a perspective that they need to take a break. They need to finally say no. They got a taste of freedom. They can visualize it, they can see it, and they are working toward it. They're really cutting the cords, you guys. They're breaking free of obligations that they have consented to through naivety. Okay, they're seeing things really clearly. They're seeing the karmic situation that they're in really clearly, and they realize that they have choices. They may feel a little pulled between two choices. They might feel like they're carrying a lot of weight with options, and maybe now that they've kind of broken through like the barriers, they're suddenly standing there going, okay, I have a lot of options and I don't know quite what to do with all of this yet. There could be some overwhelm with your divine masculine, but overall, what I see at this stage is them finally feeling like they have like taken their power back. That they've got a sense of control, that they're leaving this karmic situation behind. They're completely done with it. They are moving on. They're moving on to a brighter future, and they are just figuring out how to get themselves out of the tentacles of this karmic situation that had them, bound so tightly for so long. And really, at this point, it looks like nothing can really stop them. They've got what they need. It's coming from an internal place. And so all of the boundaries that were put around them on an external level that they thought that they were stuck behind, they're recognizing that they're not. They're finally realizing that they're really not bound by anything other than what they believe themselves to be bound by, and the veil of that is lifting. So where does this lead the two of you? This is awesome, you guys. This is where this is leading the two of you. So we have Queen of Swords upright and the Moon in reverse. And the combination of these two cards is a really beautiful outcome for the two of you. The Queen of Swords is a self-sufficient person living from a place of authenticity and honesty, okay? And so your divine masculine will be approaching you with honesty and authenticity, because they're really going to know who they are at this point, okay? And they're going to have really recognized a lot of the depth and the meaning of the connection between the two of you at this point. And then we have the Moon in reverse, which is clarity, the truth being revealed, and having a lot of intuitive power. Okay, and so both of you are going to be feeling that at this point. And your divine masculine is going to show up for you in a very different way. Now, don't let your mind fall back into your old patterns of expectations. Stay very focused on your spiritual journey, divine feminine, because that's what this is meant to be for you as well as for them. They have to do it on their own and you have to do it on your own. And when the two of you do that and balance is created within you, that's when the two of you come back and there's just total intuitive authenticity between the two of you, honesty, and a complete unconditional acceptance of each other. And that really frees both of you from, the chains of life, giving you creative freedom to move into that realm and that world that is meant for the two of you, the purpose of the two of you even coming together to begin with, right? Your true mission with one another. I'm going to get you guys an oracle card here from the Soul's Journey. It just seems appropriate right now. And so give me just a second here. We'll get these shuffled. But again, if you guys would be interested in personal readings, personal tarot readings, we have a live version where I can do a reading for you live on a Zoom call. You can ask all kinds of questions. It's kind of a one-on-one and a personal tarot reading combined into one. It's like 2 hours long, and you get a lot of guidance and information during that session. There's also the personal tarot readings, which are video readings. You just send me your information, any questions you might have about your journey, and I will answer them through the cards and, give you personal advice as well through that. And it is a video that is sent to you afterwards. So we have 30, 60, and 90-minute options for those. We also have one-on-ones available with myself, Cam, and with Brent. Brent is great when it comes to business advice. So if you're trying to start a business, Brent has a lot of educational background and experience that he can help you with. And then Cam, like me, has been a spiritual coach and a twin flame coach for about 5 years now and has worked with a lot of people. And we would love the opportunity to help you. Okay, so your card today is failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So let's get in and take a look at this. I have a feeling this is going to be a good card for you guys today because this is a lot of what has been teaching your divine masculine. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Life on earth is full of experiences. It is our human brain that views outcomes as good or bad. The soul simply views them as chances to grow. Learn to see the big picture of life instead of the minutiae. Failure to accomplish a task is merely the opportunity to evolve, and the negative connotation of the word failure can prevent you from trying again. You must come to the realization that there is no judgment involved with your soul's lessons. Realize that what you view as a failure is just your soul telling you that there is another path. Embrace the maxim, when one door closes, another one opens. It is a time for you to stop any negative emotional investment you have in the outcome. Revel in the knowingness that everything will reveal itself when it is meant to. No matter what, be true to your dream and the creative process. What a beautiful card for this reading. This whole reading was about this evolution that your divine masculine is going through. So we're taking a look at their energy. But the truth is, divine feminine, this is also your evolution. That you're taking a separate path with, right? But it's two paths, one destination. You are connected at the level of the soul to your divine masculine. And so the narrative of your story might be different, but the destination is the same. And the two of you are one at the core. Okay, so the failures, the perceived failures, aren't really failures. They're really, truly accomplishments, opportunities for growth, moments of falling down and then, having the courage and, the bravery to stand up and continue to keep going, to, be able to move beyond, the lower levels of life to see the higher levels. It's turning that lead into gold. It's pure inner alchemy. So I hope you guys really resonated with this reading. I'm so glad to be back to do it for you. Thanks for your patience while we were gone for the holidays. And I'm looking forward to an amazing and wonderful 2024 with every single one of you. I love you. I will see you guys on Thursday. Until then, mwah, take care.